A little while ago, I had a subscriber ask me to do a video about women preaching. What happened was he ran into a woman on his page that was arguing him about women being able to preach, and me and him was talking in the comment section. And he had said that, the woman was giving him a lot of trouble, saying that basically he was wrong and everything like that. But the Bible makes it clear about a woman being able to preach. It's not complicated at all. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. But the problem is, with this feminism and the way women are today, they're just not going to listen to reason. But nonetheless, it's right here in the Bible. Paul makes it clear. In this 1 Timothy chapter 2 that I'm about to go over real quick, they act like this doesn't exist. They ignore this completely. But nevertheless, I want to read it real quick and get a quick understanding on this. All right. It's 1 Timothy chapter 2. I'll start at verse 7 and go down to 15 or so. Whereunto I am ordained a preacher and an apostle. I speak the truth in Yeshua and lie not, a teacher of the Gentiles in faith and variety. I will therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubting. And today, men, we need to be praying a lot because we're living in the last days. We got a lot of things coming up. So we need to be praying without ceasing. We need that connection to Yah, all right? 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Now, let's go back to the top of 9. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. Do we see modest apparel today? No, we don't see modest apparel today. We see anything but that. Mostly what you see is yoga pants and their ass hanging out. That's basically about what you see. But the reason it says modest apparel is because a woman's nakedness is supposed to be for her husband, for her man, and not for every other man to see. So the lust wouldn't be so high out here today. But of course, they'll argue that down to the last, with shamefacedness. Do you see shamefacedness? No, you don't see shamefacedness. You see very hardy faces out there today, all right? Everything is in reverse. Everything is upside down. And sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, all right? Overall, it's supposed to be modest, okay? Overall. But that's not what we see today. But which become women professing holiness with good works. Here we go, 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Okay, they don't want to hear that. All right, that's not what they want to hear today. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjections. The average temple or church you go today, they're not going to be in silence. They're going to be hollering out. If they're not preaching themselves, they're going to be hollering out, talking over men and everything like that. But Paul's saying it shouldn't be this way. All right, 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, not to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. That is plain and simple right there. Plain and simple. Ain't no getting around it. But they're not going to listen to it. But there it is nonetheless. Now check this out. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. All right. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. All right. It makes it clear that Adam wasn't deceived. Even though he went along with it, Satan went after Eve first. All right. She was deceived first. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness and sobriety. All right. So in childbearing, it says that's what they should be focusing on. Things of womanhood, childbearing, taking care of the home, things of that nature. But today, talking like that sounds archaic to these women. It sounds like oppression, but it's not oppression. Obeying these things is actually how a woman learns peace. It's how she has peace in her life. All right. But their minds are so corrupt and so connected to Satan now that you can't tell them this. They act like this doesn't exist in the Bible. But he said, now what they'll say is they'll bring up Deborah. They'll bring up Deborah and what she did. But one thing about the story of Deborah wasn't preaching, okay? And she didn't try to usurp authority over the men, even though the men were very, connected with her and really needed her help, of course. But Deborah wasn't trying to rule over the men. The day these women are trying to rule over the men and trying to usurp authority over the man. All right? It's plain and simple in there, man. It's not hard at all, okay? It really isn't. But that's just what it is, They're not going to listen to that. But nevertheless, I wanted to get that out of here because a subscriber asked me to do this a long time ago, and I'm just now getting be able to do it. So, but, they're just not going to do this, man. They're going to do what they want to do. The majority of them are not going to be saved, man. The majority of them are not going to listen to this book. They're just going to do what they want to do. And us as men, we have to keep moving forward and deal with the women that's going to be 100% submitted to us. These days as men, you cannot deal with no woman if she is not 110% submitted to you. Anything else, You can't deal with it because we're living in the last days. We're living in some critical times coming up. And things going to have to be in order. And having a woman by your side these days, the average woman is a liability. It's not a helpmeet like they're supposed to be. They're a liability these days. I hate to say that, but it is what it is. That's the truth, man. That's the hardcore truth. So you men out there, man, keep your head up. May the Most High bless y'all. I'll see y'all next time.